Hey, everybody. Take three. Every single time I've tried to do this now, it keeps restarting. My whole system, my whole PC just restarts. Yeah, I don't get it. Whatever. All right. So, for the third time, um, I hope everybody's been doing well, first of all. It's been a few days since I've been on here, and the reason is because I've been dealing with some generational curses. And I have to tell you, that struggle is real. It's real. And I've had a little bit of a tough time with it. I'll get back to that later, but let's dive in. All right. So I'm being told that there is hidden money in homes and walls and floors and lofts. Um, Whoever's losing the house actually has some hidden money and is going to buy a new house. I'm being called to mention a lifetime friend of mine. His name was Tom Hatfield. And the reason that I'm being called to mention his name is because he shot himself. Now, his little brother, um, when they were teens, shot and killed himself. Can you imagine this poor mom, two sons, shooting and killing themselves? Yeah, a little odd, don't you think? Well, Tom and I had had many conversations about what it did to his mom when his little brother did what he did. And I don't believe that Tom did that to himself. I believe that there was black magic that we used to put him in that space, in that place, to do that to himself. Because after the conversations we had, I don't believe for a minute that he would have done that to his mom. I really don't. He struggled with that himself. I can't imagine. I can't. And the reason I think that is because when my mom found out that he was in the morgue, she found it most, the way she told me was a little weird. She seemed excited about the fact. I'm going to show you this before I forget. Down to 1,484 views in the past 28 days, which is down from which was the first, I believe. Yeah, the first was 1,536. The second was 1,547. I didn't do it yesterday because it was a rough day. And then now we're down to 1,400. Shouldn't be long, and my YouTube will just be completely shut off. So I think that Tom had some black magic thrown in his direction. That's what I think. But how do you prove that? Being told that there is a Muslim herbalist practitioner that's responsible for some black magic that's coming my way. I believe he's in Hohenwald. Mississippi, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, and Philadelphia, Oklahoma, Colorado are all states that have something to do with what's happening to me and others. Audie and Eric are two names I'm supposed to mention. Buffalo Valley Rehab. Let's talk about that. So there are a lot of corrupt officials that live in Hohenwald, Tennessee. Judges, lawyers, sheriffs, police, and just general public, business owners that are corrupt. They being the corrupt people of this town, brought in the Buffalo Valley Rehab Center so they could use these people who have addictions as scapegoats. I'm sure that there are a lot of falsely accused people that came out of Buffalo Valley for drugs and other things. Wrongly accused. Been told that I'm going to start seeing some synchronicities that are going to let me know that things are moving in the direction that they should be. One of those synchronicities I saw was a cartoon of SpongeBob that actually had spell work and magic in that cartoon. Excuse me for just a second. Hey, sorry about that. She's every single time I've been on here today, which is third time now, she has gotten that way. So I had to put her in the bathroom in the dark so she would just hush for a few minutes until I could finish this because this has been challenging enough. So I believe the last place that I left off was SpongeBob with the spell work, a show called Mean Girls Murders. That one had to do with Masonic corruption. There was a pharmacist at the Walmart in Hohenwald who actually gave me a shot to give me COVID, a male. I was in the store the other day here in Grand Junction, Colorado, and there was a man that looked at me like he knew me. I didn't know who he was, but upon approach, the way he was talking to me, it would have seemed like we would have been really good friends. And when I just kind of had that blank look on my face, he's like, you are married, right? And I said, no, I'm not married. And he goes, oh, you're not who I thought you were. He goes, but you look just like her. And I said, what is her name? And he said, Mary. And I said, I've been told that I have a doppelganger here in Grand Junction. But it's uncanny because I've had many, many people tell me that there's a girl in town that looks just like me. Let's see, next page. So the people who have been doing black magic on me, I'm supposed to tell you that you sent a legion of demons for me. And I was able to fight off this legion of demons with just my spirit team and myself. And that you all need to be made an example of. Personally, I hope that you get the book thrown at you for attempted murder, is what I hope. I'm supposed to make mention of the name Nancy, to whom this may concern. My doppelganger doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about anything but money and status. She doesn't give a crap if you live or if you die, as long as she gets the home and the status, which I think she's losing both of those things right now. This young man named Ian came to me. He was drunk and in a car wreck. Jesse A. drives a Lexus. Bryson and Ariana are two more names I'm supposed to mention, as well as Nancy. My sister, we'll use that term loosely, had told me a story July 4th of last year when we were taking her dog to the vet about a man named Tommy that she had a relationship with. And it was a very toxic drug and alcohol, sex addictive kind of relationship. I think this is the same Tommy that's my ex. I think my sister Jody and Tommy know each other very, very well. That's what I think. David, Tommy, my ex-husband David, Tommy, my ex-boyfriend, my mother, my brother Dale, Samantha, and at least 18 to 13 more people are aware of this plot against my life. 2004 is when the black magic from Candy and Kia started, and I believe they are in Philadelphia. There is a sex tape that is about to be released, or has been released, or is going to very shortly be released, um, trying to extort me, and saying that I'm a prostitute. Two things I have to say about that. One is, if it's a tape of me and Tommy, first of all, I wasn't aware of any sex tapes, me and Tommy, or me or anybody else. So I was unaware. But if it was me and Tommy and we were in a relationship, I'm not sure how that proves that I'm a prostitute, because as far as I knew, we were in a committed relationship, one on one. As far as I knew, wasn't the case, but that's as far as I knew. If there is a sex tape with me, with anybody else besides Tommy, you really need to look at that tape, because I'm pretty sure you're going to find out that I was drugged. I do not participate in group sex. I have never participated in group sex. I think I had a threesome once or twice, when I was young. And it's not for me. It's something I wasn't really into. Yeah. I slept with a few women. I'm going to throw that out there, because I'm pretty sure that's one of the things that they're going to try to blackmail me with. So, yes, I have slept with another woman. Again, it's one of those things. Better left to fantasy. Wasn't as great as as you imagine it in your mind. Was it the best thing I've ever done? No. Was it a mistake? Yes. Is it something I would ever do again? Hell no. Just so there's no way for anybody to blackmail me. I'm an open book. I'm being completely transparent here. Someone from the courts is stalling bringing me in something that's already mine. I'm supposed to tell you that you need to stop dragging your feet, because if you don't do this in a timely manner, the universe is going to handle this for you. I had a dream. I'm not sure exactly what this means, but it was like big, bold, white letters. ADD, the word add, ATT, like the phone, AT&T. Add ATT. I'm not sure if this is going to mean something to somebody, but it seems like it's add AT&T to me. My mother owed the practitioners money. She was indebted to them from, I guess, past black magic that she must have not paid for. That's one of the reasons why all of this came about, and it just so happened to be convenient. And she wants me dead anyway, so she can keep everything for herself. So that's another motive. Kia, Kia and Candy. I believe these are the two that are in Philadelphia, that are the let's just call them absolute pros, excuse me, at what they do at black magic. They are pros. These are the kind of people, women, who do voodoo and hoodoo and graveyards and voodoo dolls. We're not talking nice kind of magic here. We're talking some really dark crap. But she is trying to, Kia is trying to bind herself and her children to me, to keep them from having karma, because she doesn't want to stop what she's doing. So instead, she's just going to try to bind them to me to keep them from getting sick or dying. That's not working. She's using the hot foot powder and oil work to make me lose my stability and security, which is being returned to her as well. Now she's experiencing and she's experiencing herself, and she's trying to attach to my energy. But like I said, it's not working. I'm being told that Kia will pass away. She's also got her aunt and her great aunt that have been helping her for the past 3 to 6 years do this magic on me. I don't even know these women, total strangers doing black magic on a total stranger. Men don't stay with her because her black magic is something that bounces back, and it tends to go to her nether regions in the form of a very foul smell. And that's why her and her family have to bind men to them, because men don't want to be with them because of that. There's a man that she's been with that she's binding to her. He owns a company. This company is now starting to experience some serious issues because he's involved with this woman. Dude, you need to grow some cojones, get some willpower, and find a way to stay away. Otherwise, you're going to lose your company. There is black magic that is being done on the court case that's either happening, going to happen, or ready to. It's some, I don't know what process it's in, because nobody is giving me any information. I'm not getting any of my mail from Hohenwald, Tennessee, so I have no idea. But they don't want to go to prison, so they are having people do black magic against the court folk that are not part of the corruption. Okay, so there is somebody in Hohenwald, Tennessee that works in the school district that is molesting children, molesting girls. This teacher has already been in trouble with the school, and has already been removed at one point, from the school. So, FYI, FYI, FBI. Um, so this mother and daughter duo have been doing black magic on me for like 19 years now, causing chaos in my relationships. Any spell you can think of for cheating, for chaos and conflict, and anything that you could think of that could go wrong in a relationship. Um, these women actually go to church on Sunday and sit in the pews, and one of these women actually prays that I get into toxic relationships. That's her prayer. One of them has breast cancer, and the other one has lupus because of this. I am, plain and simple, being punished because I would not conform to the drugs and the alcohol and the group sex and the prostitution, and do everything that they wanted me to do, um, to fit the narrative that they tried to make for me. So I'm being punished because I have morals and values. Um, yeah, yeah. Because I didn't fit their narrative. They thought I was going to be like this. I don't know what my mom and everybody thought. I mean, I may not have been the best kid in the whole wide world, but I was around when I went to school, when I went to high school here in Grand Junction, Colorado. There was a lot of group sex, a lot of orgies, a lot of those types of things that I never got involved in. I never did. Um, I was so naive. I didn't even know what was going on. I was at a party and everybody disappeared. And I noticed, that they had all gone upstairs, and I was sitting on the couch with a friend of mine. We were talking, and I was like, "Where'd everybody go?" So I started walking up the stairs, and Dan said, "No, Linda, get your ass back down here." And I was like, "But everybody's up here. What's going on?" He's like, "Get your ass back down here and sit down and talk to me." So I sat down and I talked with Dan, and then people would start trickling back down. I was so naive, I had no idea what was even going on. I never got involved with that group sex orgy stuff. Never. Not one time. Like I said, maybe it was this video, maybe it was the last one. I don't even know anymore because there's been three. I have had a threesome with a couple of men. I have been with a woman, and I'm telling you this because I do not want anybody to try to blackmail me. If it's out there and I'm transparent, then they've got nothing to blackmail me on. Um, Generational curses, y'all. I got to tell you that is that's a real struggle. I have been struggling with that now for several days. Um, I have had some very dark thoughts and feelings and emotions, and it comes from such a traumatized, tragic, horrible place. Facing that is really difficult. Trying to come on here and do a video when you're in that dark space is probably not in your or my best interest. Um, and I didn't want to put anybody through those low vibes because I was vibing pretty low and I wasn't, I guess, very grounded. And I have been struggling tremendously for the past few days. You add that to the fact that I am not going to be able to stay in this hotel room for much longer. I'll be living in my car, which means that the narrative of me being homeless, that this coven and the Masons, primarily the Masons, because it was one of them that had me removed from my home um, under false pretenses because they were being lied to right after my sweet girl Manisha passed away. So November, Manisha passed. December, Max passed. January, I got removed from my home in Tennessee. And February went okay. And now March, I'm going to be living in my car. I'm not sure. I'm struggling with that, y'all. You add that to the generational curse mess that I've been trying to deal with. Still grieving from Manisha's loss, my dog's loss, the fact that I've been isolated for the past 8 months. You put all of that together, and it's a perfect storm for some very dark emotions. And that's what I've been dealing with by myself. Yeah. I could really use some help. I could really use some help. You know, um, I'm not on here because I want money. I'm on here because I want to help people. I want you to know and understand that I know and understand your pain probably better than anybody else could, because there isn't much I haven't been through. I believe I could probably counsel just about anybody through anything, because I think I've probably been there and done that. I'm still healing. I've only been awake now for, 8 months since July. I haven't had anybody guiding me through. I've been trying to watch and see and read, but it's I'm one of those people that, you know, I want to see your emotion. I want to feel your emotion. And it's really hard to talk to somebody that hasn't been through it. So if there's anybody out there that's been through an ascension that can give me some advice, I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm not talking about these um, ops that come on and pretend they're, people on my comment section. I'm talking real people that have been through an ascension that can, help guide me. I've never had anybody guide me. I've only ever had people try and stop me from ascending using black magic to stop my ascension. And now, black magic to isolate me, which they've managed to do. I haven't talked to my loved ones for such a long time. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, a little emotional. Um, Sometimes it'd be nice just to have a hug. And when I try to talk to people about this, it's hard to talk to people about this, first of all, because it sounds so knuckin' futz. I know that, but it's the truth. And what can I say? If it's the truth, it's the truth. But I get this, okay, it's crazy, baby, kind of a feeling from people when I try to talk to them about it. And it's kind of hurtful. So it makes it very difficult to talk to anybody about the situation. I will put my Cash App and my PayPal on the video. If you feel in your heart that is something that you're being called to do, I would greatly appreciate any help that you could give me. If you've ever been through an ascension, I would greatly appreciate any advice that you have for me. Anything will help me out. Okay? All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to try, and I pray that it goes through this time, because this is the third time I've tried this video now. All right. Please love each other. Love yourselves. I love you. And y'all, hang in there, okay? We'll get through this somehow. Talk to you later.